Hello everyone, the Chart Guys have been working on an introductory technical analysis course for quite some time now, and after surveying hundreds of traders with what would be the most sought after information regarding technical analysis, we came up with this course, When to Enter and Exit. It covers over 5 hours of the basics on when to enter and exit, and we feel after watching this course it will help build a foundation of technical analysis knowledge which will eliminate a lot of the uncertainty in the world of trading stocks. So the course outline, we go over the psychology of trading, establishing a game plan, the different indicators we use to signal a bullish and bearish entry, how to recognize support and resistance levels, poor entries, where traders make mistakes, exit targets, how do you know where to sell your trade, where to place stop losses, that's very important, minimizing losses is what keeps you in the game long term, my personal preparations, how I go about getting ready for each trading day, and then piecing it all together, utilizing all the information we just learned and how to apply that in the real world for making successful, profitable trades. As a bonus, we also include a lot of information on finding entries and exits utilizing patterns, and you can find these patterns on every time frame on pretty much any stock and commodity trading, and certainly being able to recognize those patterns can give you an edge as well. So we hope you will check this out. Again, it's an introductory level course. So if you are new to technical analysis and trying to get a firm grasp on things and feeling a little bit overwhelmed, then this course is for you. I hope you check it out. Appreciate you watching. Checking in on Facebook, daily, weekly time frame. So the bears were in control today, and we had some resistance, 128.43, and we did break it by 5 cents. But then the bears took over, and we clearly had a bearish day and an increase in bearish volume. We ended up not filling this gap to the downside by 5 cents, 126.73. But at this point, this is still a potential bull flag of consolidation. It's normal and healthy, and it would require a much more significant pullback to be anything but that. So once we fill that gap, if we continue to see some weakness, we're going to be looking at this 100-day moving average support. Last little consolidation that we had bounced off of that level. That's down at 124.35. But you look at the weekly time frame and look at that very, very small consolidation compared to the 2-week big-time bull breakout, and you can see the potential for this little bull flag pattern to form. It all depends on what the overall market, the S&P 500, does, in my opinion. If we see a further pullback, we will see the Facebook pullback as well. And if we see a new all-time high in the S&P 500, we're going to see Facebook continue its move back towards 130. So Facebook was a pretty clear bear today. Not a ton of names had such clear trends. So we set the low of the day originally, the original low of the day on the first 5-minute candlestick down at 127.81. Then the bulls went up, tested that resistance, broke it by 5 cents, but then very quickly we saw increasing bear volume and an all-out dump hitting a new low of the day. So after hitting that new low of the day with that bearish action and those red candlesticks, it was very clear that the bears were taking over, and we pulled back, dropped all the way down to 127.32, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then a little bit of a bounce at the end of the day with the S&P 500 recovering to hold its middle Bollinger Band daily support. So that's where that little bullish action comes into play. But it was definitely a lower high, lower low trend the vast majority of the day. And we look at the hourly time frame, and let's zoom in a little bit. Losing that 100 period hourly moving average support for the first time on this big time breakout. And that level is now resistance at 127.48. Let's get in closer here, because once we lost that level, you can see we held it as support, we lost it, and then we back tested and rejected from that level, affirming that it's some tough resistance. So the bears are in control of the short term. The daily chart, the longer term bulls don't really have anything to worry about at these levels, and we could still consolidate for another week and still be looking fine for a potential bull flag on that weekly time frame. And that's because we had such a significant bullish move over those 2 weeks leading up into this week of consolidation. So we'll check back in next week. I appreciate you watching. Have a great night.